Restaurant reopening. We're right in the middle of that right now. Some restaurants are open. Some are thinking about opening. Some are thinking about delaying. And there's just a whole bunch of misinformation and misunderstanding out there to reopening your restaurant.
Yeah, and I think probably the weirdest thing that I experienced was actually yesterday in the parking lot at that pub, Craig. But it's the general thought process. So the thought process of restaurants, they're both ways. There's the ones that are, I'm going to do everything right, and there's the other that my customers don't want me to collect the data, so I'm going to find the loophole in the law or the loophole in the rule that says I don't need to collect customer data. And what I think, or I'm going to find the loophole that allows me to have an extra table in my restaurant, so there's sort of this, or, it doesn't say specifically our servers have to wear masks. And I think the only thing I really want to bring up here is be careful that for everything you think that one customer wants you to do, like not collect data, not wear a mask, not whatever, there's another customer that won't come and dine in your restaurant as a result of it. So I think it's really important that in this reopening phase, rather than try to go knee-jerk reaction to one way or the other, I think you really need to have the feeling that you're doing everything you can to keep your customers safe, because it turns out your customers want that. So that guy that talked to us in the parking lot yesterday, Craig, I mean, it was mind-blowing.
Well, what happened? We went for lunch. We went into the pub that did not ask us for any information, so it was not collecting data. So in case of a customer or a staff member getting COVID, there would be no way to contact anybody that was in the restaurant or in the pub that there was a COVID outbreak. So and there's a lot of misinformation. Do I need to? Do I not need to? You do need to collect it. Right now,
one person. Well, again, remember, we're dealing with a fairly broad audience over the U.S. and Canada. So depending on your jurisdiction, most places are saying you need to collect at least one person's information from the party and maintain it for 21 days or whatever. So depending on the rules, but in general, if you're collecting it and your customer has a problem with it, and you simply say, we're doing this so that if something happens, we can at least notify you, most people are going to go, oh, that's good. It will not be a negative. Right? No. To me, even if it wasn't required, I would be collecting it so that it appears I care about my customers, right? There's a full upside. And of course, by all means, as you're collecting it, say, hey, Mr. Customer, would you like to be on our email list, right? So that they can say no. And then the fear or the concern about giving up their data in the first place goes away, right? Hey, if you'd like, I can put you on our update newsletter where you get free stuff and cool stuff. Would you like me to do that right now? And boom. You say yes or no. And if they say no, then you need to respect that they don't want to be marketed to. So don't market to them.
Right.
But if 2 out of 10 say, no, I don't want to be on your mailing list, and 8 out of 10 do, my goodness, you're building a list of gold that'll help you get through with a bunch of the techniques that we're going to share with you.